Hello, welcome to Tech Hound. My name is Tanner, and today I'm going to be bringing you along as I do one of my most common repairs slash upgrades. I'm going to be doing a solid state swap on this computer, which basically means I swap the hard drive with a new one. And the difference between the new solid state drives and the old spinning drives is speed. So this is an upgrade, and also the most common failure I see on computers on a daily basis is the hard drives. A lot of times someone will bring me a computer that's not working. I'll not only fix the broken hard drive, but I'll replace it with a solid state hard drive, which gives them a huge speed boost. A lot of people don't even know this is an option. Like I was saying, this is a great upgrade for just about anyone out there. It really is a huge speed boost for just about every computer that has one of these old spinning drives in it. And you will not regret doing a solid state upgrade, basically, is what I'm trying to say. This is probably one of my favorite upgrades to do for people as a computer tech. Sometimes we fix stuff and it's like, oh great, it's back to exactly how it was before. Which is great when you are relying on your computer, but this is one I get to do, and people always tell me like, wow, this is so much faster than it used to be. And that's what I love doing for people. It's just helping them out with their technology. Technology is a nightmare I mean, for a lot of people. Alrighty, so now that I've got this disassembled, I've got the two hard drives here side by side. And this is the case that it came in, just so you know, that kind of holds it right there. But you can see now that these are out of the case that there's some differences here. So this is obviously much, much bigger. This is the new solid state drive that we're going to be putting in. And they have spinning hard drives as well in this size. This is a smaller form factor than this because this fits into laptops, this fits into anything. But now that I've got this out, I kind of wanted to go over some of the main differences here between these. Besides just size, this one here is 1 terabyte, and this one here is only 120 gigabytes. Now, back in the day, you would tend to get a bigger hard drive. With everything kind of moving to the cloud, people using a lot of online tools for web browsing, for simple stuff like that, I recommend going with the smaller drive. The bigger the drive, the more expensive it's going to be. So if I got a 1 terabyte solid state drive, it's going to be $200 versus something like this that is probably in the range of like 40 to 50. Little asterisks next to these prices are just coming off the top of my head. So you take these 120 gig drives and they're big enough that you can do all your Windows updates, you can do everything you need to, you can work online. As long as you don't get into anything that's really using a lot of data, there's no reason to get the bigger drives. So now that I'm switching to this smaller form factor, I've got some adapter plates that go in there, but really that's just to hold it in place. I've opened these up before and seen them taped in with electrical tape. It's not how I do it, but technically it'll work. Part of the reason you can just kind of tape these drives in here, again, not recommended, but you can, is the difference in how these drives work. So inside of this old hard drive is multiple spinning disks. They call them platters. And there's a little needle that goes around and it moves on the disk, and that's how it finds your data. There's a lot of physical movement happening inside these drives. This thing spins up these drives, that little needle comes up and down, there's little motors and servos, all that good stuff. This thing generates a lot more heat than this will, just because of the nature of how it works. The way this works is it's just zeros and ones, it's stored electronically, it's like your cell phone. There's no moving parts in this whatsoever. Back in the day when they would say your hard drive crashed, if you had one of these, say in your laptop, and you bump it into something, you drop it, anything like that, a lot of times that needle would come down when that disk was spinning and it wasn't ready for it, and it would touch the disk and you'd end up losing data. And if you do that enough times, or if it happens bad enough, your hard drive would die. The new solid states, you don't have that limitation. So on top of the speed boost, you also are not generating heat like this one is, and you have no moving parts. So if you have a laptop, especially one that gets knocked around, I recommend this wholeheartedly. A solid state upgrade is just, I basically recommend it for everyone. It's just one of those rare repairs / fixes in the computer world where there is no downside to the consumer. It's faster, they're not that expensive, they last longer, they don't generate heat, the data recovery is easier. Again, asterisks, there's a lot of different ways to lose data, and this isn't always the best for all of them, but I definitely recommend this for everyone. So I'm gonna put this all back together now, and I'm gonna kind of give you an overview of installing Windows on a new computer. If you want to know more about that, I'll make a video on it someday, because there's actually more to installing Windows than people think. But all right, now that we're back over here, I've got my flash drive with Windows on it, and I'm going to install Windows from scratch on this computer. Right now we've got the new hard drive in here, which means, oops. All right, we'll see if we can actually get through this without someone coming in or calling, but I have my flash drive with Windows on it, and I'm going to kind of just show you the process that I go through. All right, basically now you've got a blank hard drive in here. There's no operating system, there's no data. So we have to reinstall the operating system. So I'm going to take my flash drive and I just plug it in here on the back to any USB port. Now this process is a little different per computer, so it might take me some trial and error. But essentially, how do you turn this on? There it is. Sometimes you have to do a keyboard press, sometimes you have to do a number of things. If there's nothing on there, it should boot to that flash drive automatically. That's a success. So that's the main hurdle over with. So I'm gonna go through this setup process and I'll pick you up on the other side. Alrighty, I just finished up the install of Windows on this computer, and it is running great. Just to kind of let you guys know, this computer, I would guess, is probably like at least 3 or 4 years old. It's got a Windows 8 sticker on the back, so it might even be older than that. I wanted to show you guys this as an option that's out there for people. Instead of buying a new computer, 150 bucks, and I can get you running faster than you were brand new. So basically, these old hard drives are really slow, and they're the bottleneck for most computers, and especially computers built in the last couple of years. This is kind of the metric I show people that shows how much faster it is. It'll now reboot in a matter of seconds, whereas this would take a couple of minutes to boot up. As you can see, it just went through a whole reboot cycle behind me, and you know better than me how long that was. But this computer is pretty much ready to go back to the customer. When I set these computers up, I also install some basic programs, Google Chrome, OpenOffice, Malwarebytes, and stuff like that. I might make some more videos of those later on. I hope this was educational. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I will get to them. If you have any questions, more details about anything I did, also let me know in the comments, and let me know if you're interested in any other videos, such as like how to install Windows from scratch, what to look for shopping for a computer, and just general tech advice. Have a great day, and like and subscribe. Maybe? Sure? Yeah? I'll have a Basset Hound next time. I'm sorry I don't have a Basset Hound. I will have a Basset Hound next time. Bye.